Good morning, everyone. The next problem on rotating balancing of rotating masses is fourth one. A rotating shaft carrying four masses A, B, C, and D, which are radially attached to it along the shaft axis. The mass centers are 40 millimeter, 50 millimeter, 60 millimeter, and 70 millimeter respectively from the axis of rotation. The masses B, C, D are 60 kg, 50 kg, and 40 kg respectively. The angles of masses C and D with respect to mass B, here the angle is measured from B with respect to B are 90 degree and 210 degrees in the same sense respectively. The planes containing B and C are 0.5 meter apart. For a complete balance or a balanced system, determine the mass and angular position of mass A. So the mass A is not given here, the magnitude is not given, angle is not given. Second question, the position of planes containing mass A and D. So what exactly the position of mass A and D means the distance between the planes. Here all four masses are rotating in a different planes. So let us go to the given data. This is a difficult problem. We have four different masses rotating in a different planes. Three masses are given, B, C, D is given, but A is not given. The one more question, we need to find out the exact location of A and D. Okay, let us write the given data. Given data, mass A is given, that is MA is equal to unknown, that we don't know. Mass B is given, it is 60 kg. Mass C is 50 kg. Mass D is 40 kg respectively. The corresponding radius are also given, that is RA is 40 millimeter is equal to 0.04 meter. RB is 50 millimeter is equal to 0.05 meter. RC is also given, that is 60 millimeter is equal to 0.06 meter. RD is also given, that is 70 millimeter, 0.07 meter. This is the first set of data. Mass is given and the radius is given. Here the unknown mass is this one, MA. MA is an unknown mass. And we need to find out the angular position of MA. Next set of data is given here. The angles of C and D with respect to mass B. With respect to mass B, here the reference mass is B. Angle of mass C with respect to B is 90 degree. Mass D with respect to B is 210 degree. Don't get confused. It is 90 degrees, not the angle between C and D. It is angle between C and B. And 210 degree is the angle between D and B. With reference to B, we're gonna measure the angle. Okay, so let us add the next slide. Let us go to the next slide. Here, angle between C with respect to B, mass of C with respect to B, angle COB is equal to, here angle COB is equal to 90 degree. Similarly, angle DOB with respect to B is 210 degree. 210 degrees. In the same sense, if you measure it in the counterclockwise direction, it should be in the counterclockwise direction, both C and D. If it is a clockwise, both in clockwise direction. So we are going to consider only in the counterclockwise direction. The planes containing B and C, the distance between plane B and C are 0.5 meter. Distance between C to B is 0.5 meter. 0.5 meter. So this BC, right? It is BC. BC. B to C is 0.5 meter. This is the given data is given in the problem. Now we need to go for the problem to solve the problem. The step one is space diagram. Space diagram. You know how to draw the space diagram. Let us draw the axis first. Axis. Very thin line. And you can dotted line, you can make it dotted line because it is axis as a reference line. Okay. After drawing the axis or the reference line, you need to draw the vertical lines. The first plane is A. Let us draw A. Second plane is B. Third plane is C. Fourth one is D. There are 4 different planes. Plane A, this is A, B, C, and D. There are 4 different planes. Now, the distance between plane B and C is given. The distance between BC is given. Just show this distance as 0.5 meter. 5 meter. The distance between B and C is given. So only this much data is given in the problem for the front view, related to the front view. And let us go to the side view. Mark a point somewhere here. This is the starting point O. So here all the masses are hinged on the shaft. Next is the first one. You need to select a reference mass. Which one is the reference mass here? Here, if you see the angle, angles are measured from B with respect to B. That's why B is a reference plane or a reference mass. You need to keep it in your mind that which mass to be selected as a reference in the side view. Here, you need to select a B because angle is measured from B with respect to B. Both COB and DOB are measured from mass B. That's why B is a reference plane. Reference plane or reference mass. Let us draw along B along positive x-axis because we have considered this mass as reference mass. So this is MB. After drawing mass B, mass C is 90 degree with B. You need to measure 90 degree in the counterclockwise direction. It will be exactly vertical. And this mass is MC. What is the angle? Angle is 90 degree. from B. This is 90 degree, or it is a right angle 90 degree. After drawing C, let us go to the next mass, that is D. D is 210 degree with B. You need to measure the angle from D. Angle from, sorry, B. So that is 210 degree. 180 is this line, negative x-axis. 210 is somewhere here. So measure 210 degrees. This is 210 degree, 210 degrees. So I am going to draw this 210 degrees somewhere here. Just draw a line and mark it as MD, because both are measured 90 degree and 210 degrees measured from mass B. After D, one more mass is there, that is mass A. We don't know the angle, we don't know the mass. So mass A, you can show it anywhere. Either you can show it in the above portion or in the bottom portion. So let us show this A somewhere here. Okay, I'll show it here. This is mass A. It is unknown. Just shade it because it is unknown. You can make this line as a dotted line, no problem, because it is an unknown mass. Dotted line. Okay. So after showing all the masses, the corresponding angle of this mass is, let us show this angle as theta A. Theta A. It is unknown. That's why we have mentioned this as theta A. Theta A. And this angle is also measured from mass P. This is the side view. Side view. Now we need to go for the next step, that is tabular column. Okay, step 2, table or tabular column. In this tabular column, here the masses are rotating in a different planes. That's why there will be a centrifugal force as well as couple. If the masses are rotating in a different plane, then there will be a centrifugal force. That's why you need to make 6 columns for the tabular column. Okay, 6 columns. Six columns. First one for the plane, second one mass, plane, mass, radius, centrifugal force, distance between the plane for the reference plane. Last one is for the couple. Okay, first one, this is for plane, name of the plane. Second one is for mass, that is in kg. Third one is a radius of rotation, it is meter. Next is the centrifugal force, divided by omega square. This will be kg meter. Next, if you divide this omega square, then it will be kg meter. Next is distance from reference plane RP, it is in meter. Last one is a couple divided by omega square, it is kg meter square. Kg meter square. The next one, we have four different planes. You see the previous slide, that is the planes, all four planes in an order, that is A, B, C, D order. That's why plane A, B, C, D order. It is in the same order in space diagram. Next, mass MA is unknown. MA is unknown. See the given data. MB is 60 kg, MC is 50 kg. MB is 60 kg, 50 kg, and MD is 40 kg. 40 kg. So next is the radius. Radius of rotation of mass A is 40 millimeter, that is 0.04. Next is 0.05, 0.06. This is 0.07. Radius of rotation 0.4, 5, 6, and 7. Next is the centrifugal force. This is 0.04 MA. MA is unknown. Multiply this. If you multiply this with this, multiplication on multiplication will get this column. And if you multiply this centrifugal force into this, we'll get this answer. Multiplication. So first one, you multiply this column with this one. So next is 60 into 0.05. So we'll get 3. 3. Next, again 3. Next, 2.8. So after getting the centrifugal force, now you can go for the centrifugal force diagram. Centrifugal force diagram, here the mass is unknown, angle is also unknown, mass A. So that's why you can go for the force polygon. Force polygon you can draw because we have one unknown mass, both in magnitude as well as direction or the position angle, but 3 are known. It is a rectangle, or it is a polygon of 4 sides with 3 known sides, both in magnitude as well as angle. One is unknown, both in magnitude as well as angle. So you can go for the force polygon. No need to go for the further step. Let us keep it as it is. Let us draw force polygon. In any problem, you check whether it is possible to draw the force polygon or not. If not, you can go for the next step. But if it is possible, you just finish the force polygon. Okay, it is possible because we have 3 knowns and 1 unknown. So step 3, force polygon. Force polygon. Okay, force polygon, we have the maximum unit is 3. That's why you can go for the scale. You need to take a proper scale. Scale 2:1, because 3 centimeter it is very small. Maximum is 3 centimeter. It is very difficult to draw because the figure will be very small. That's why you take 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kgm. 1 kgm centrifugal force. So if it is 3 centimeter or a 3 kgm, then it will be 6 centimeter. Okay. So let us start from the starting point. This is 0. Let us take this as 0 or O, point O. Next is the first point. If you see the angle, mass, Here MB is 0 angle. The corresponding mass is MB 3. 3 into 2, 6. 6 centimeter positive direction. 0 angle is 0. 6. After that, mark this point as A, and the length is 3. 3. 3 means it is 6 centimeter because 2 is to 1 scale. 3, it will be doubled. Next, you need to mark a reference line at point A. Once you reach to the extreme point, you need to draw a reference line. This is a reference line. So this is a reference line. So reference line will be drawn along the direction of positive x-axis because all the angles are measured from the reference line. The next one is C, mass C. Mass C is inclined at an angle of 90 degree, but the magnitude of C is centrifugal force C is 3. 3, 2 is to 1 scale, that is 6 centimeter along the vertical direction. 6 centimeter along the vertical direction. 6, again it is 6. 6. So this point is C, A, B, point B, and this is point, and we have a direction like this. It is 3, magnitude is 3. Now again you need to draw the reference line. This is the reference line, always horizontal from point B. Now mass D, the magnitude is 2.8. 2.8, it is doubled into 2, but angle of D is 210 degree from B. 210 degree. You measure 210 degree. 210 degree is 210 degrees, and draw a line. 210 degree. Yeah, this is 210 degree. And the direction is this one. It is 2.8. 2.8. The length is 2.8 into 2. It will be 28 into 2, 40, 56.5.6 centimeter length. 5.6 centimeter length will be somewhere here. So this point is C, point C. Once you get point C, again you need to mark the or draw the reference line, positive x-axis. So this has 3 sides. We have 3 sides. Now we need to join the force polygon, or you need to complete the force column. It should be closed. Total 4 forces are there. Out of these 4 forces, 1 is unknown. This is unknown, but remaining 3 is known. If the system is in completely balanced condition, force polygon must be closed. Means summation of all the forces must be equal to 0. To make it equal, force polygon must be closed. Here the force polygon is not closed. It is open now. How to close it? You just join the last point with the first point. That is last point with the first point with a dotted line, because it is unknown mass. Now direction is like this. This is what the dotted line indicates. It is an unknown mass 0.04 MA. 0.04 MA. That is the mass. Now the corresponding angle is this one. You need to measure the angle from the reference line, not from here. It is here. This is theta A. Theta A. So that you can do the calculation here. I'm going to do the calculation. I'll do the calculation here only since I have enough space here. Okay, see here, what is the length of this line? That is 0.04 MA is equal to length of what is that length? OC into scale. It is equal to length of OC. If you measure the length OC from C to O, will get 3.5 centimeter. 3.5 centimeter into scale. Is it 2 by 1 or 1 by 2? So we have converted all the reading, or we have doubled it while drawing. Now double means 3.5 means actual length is, according to the scale, actual length is 3.5 half. That is 1.75 half. Need to make it half. That's why it is scale is 1 by 2. 1 by 2. If you take 1 kgm or 1 centimeter is equal to 2 kgm, then it will be 2 by 1. But here it is 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kgm means it is 1 by 2. That is the scale. It is equal to. It is equal to. Answer is here we'll get 1.75 centimeter. Therefore, MA is equal to 1.75 divided by 0.04, and we'll get the answer as MA 43.75 kg. This is the answer for MA. Similarly, if you measure the angle theta A, will get approximately 250 degrees. The first question is over. What was the first question? The mass and angular position of mass A is already found. Half of the work is done. Next, we need to measure the distance between A and D. Distance between A and D. Distance between A to D. What is the distance? Now, before going to the distance, to measure the distance between A to D, you should know what is the distance between C to D and A to B, so that we will find the distance between A to D. Before going to that, you need to take the reference plane to measure the distance or to draw the couple polygon. Here, which plane you're going to select as a reference plane? Either you can select B or A or C or D. Which one you can select? Either you can select A, B, C, D. There are 4 options. If you select mass or plane A as a reference plane, then everything will be unknown because there is no distance between A to B, there is no distance between A to C, there is no distance between A to D. That is not possible. A is not possible. Let's go to B. B, the distance between B to C is known, but B to A is unknown. One is known, one is unknown, and B to D is also unknown. Here, out of three distance, one is known, two is unknown. So you can, it is B is a better than A. A is all 3 distance are unknown, but one is known, 2 is unknown. So that's why B is better than A. Next, go to C. C, distance between C to B is known, C to A is unknown, C to D is unknown. Here this is also better than A. You can select B or C is better than A. Next, if you come to D, distance between D to C is unknown, D to B is unknown, D to A is also unknown. So you cannot select D. You need to select the plane in such a way that you need to have a minimum number of unknowns. Minimum number of unknowns. If you select B, you will get 2 unknowns, 1 known. C, 2 unknown, 1 known. But D and A, if you select, will get all 3 unknown distance. That's why you can select B or C. It is left to you. I'm going to select B as a reference plane. B as a reference plane. It's my choice. You can select C also, no problem. C as a reference plane or B as a reference plane or P. So positive X, positive, right side, negative, left side. Need to consider that distance in left side as a negative, right side as a positive. Okay, let us consider the distance between the distance between the distance between A to B as x and B to D as y. Let us consider this as y. It will be easy to analyze. That's why I am going to take it as x and y. Okay, so this is y. Because we need to measure the distance from reference plane, right? Each and every plane, we need to measure the distance from reference plane. So it is y. Next, distance from reference plane. See the tabular column. We have depth. If you want to draw the couple polygon, you need to have a distance from the reference plane. To measure the distance from the reference plane, you need to select a reference plane. We have already selected the reference plane. Now we need to measure the distance from reference plane. Reference plane is B. The distance between B to A is y. It is y. Sorry, x. It is negative x because minus in the left side. Negative x. Next, this is 0. Distance between B to B, 0. Distance between B to C, it is 0.5. It is given in the problem only. You see the figure, 0.5. Next, B to D, it is y. Okay. Now, if you want to find out the couple, this you need to multiply by this one. Here, we'll get MA is known. MA is known. What is the value of MA? 0.404 MA is equal to, according to the calculation, here 0.04 MA is equal to 1.75. 1.75 into minus 6. Minus 6. So it is equal to 1.75 x. 1.75 x. So that is the answer, minus 1.75 x. Because MA is known, MA is 40. 3.75. You can make use of that. 75. We'll get the answer at 1.75 x. Next is zero. This one 3 into 0.5. 3 into 0.5, 1.5. Last one is 2.8 into y. You need to multiply this one. That's all. Okay. Next is couple is there, but in this column, this is 0. You forgot about this. But this one is mass A. Angle is known. Theta A is known. Theta A is, what is the theta A? If you see the first polygon, 250. Angle is known, but length is unknown. This will be a triangle because we have three sides. 1, 2, 3. This is 0. Leave it. It is a triangle. In the triangle, angle is known. Angle of this mass is known, but magnitude is unknown because there is a x. X we don't know. Here it is. See, you know the mass as well as the magnitude as well as angle. So both are known. Here magnitude is unknown, but angle is known. So you can draw the triangle. You can draw the triangle if you know three angles with one side. Three angles with one side. So let us go to the next step. Step 4. Couple polygon. Couple polygon. Scale. You need to take the proper scale for this one. The maximum unit is, I think it is, yeah, it is 1.5. Known magnitude is 1.5. So better to take 1:2 scale. Means 2 centimeter is equal to 1 kg meter square. Couple. Okay, let us start from the beginning. Starting point. Okay. O. 0. Next is, if you see the table, first one is length is unknown, angle is known, but you cannot measure the length. Go to the next one. Next is 0. Third one, C, mass of C is inclined at an angle of 90 degree with a reference. Reference is this one. Reference is 0 angle. So this is a reference, 0 angle. Now, C is inclined at an angle of 90 degree. 90 degree, but the length is 1.5 double. So 1.5 double means it is 3. Measure 3 centimeter. This is 1.5 and angle is 90 degree with a reference plane. Reference plane is nothing but a reference angle is 0 positive axis. This is O. Sorry, A. Next is very important. If you see the table, next is 2.8y, it is unknown, but angle is known, that is 210 degree. Here it is unknown, but angle is that is 250. So that's why next is very important. From this point you need to draw the reference line. Okay, so here we have D. This is 2.8y and the angle is 210 degree. 210 degree. Let us take the angle first. Forget about the magnitude. Just take the angle 210 degree. 210 degree. So draw the line. I don't know the length of the line because it is unknown, 2.8y. We don't know the value of y. So that's why 210 degree. Just draw a long line and extend it in both the direction, both positive as well as negative. I don't know whether y is negative or positive. So extend it in both the direction, but angle we have taken is 210 degree from the reference line. So after doing this, the next is 2.8y is over, angle is over. Next is 0 minus 1.75x. It is magnitude is unknown, but you need to measure the angle. What is the angle? Angle is 250. 250. Where you're going to measure 250? Either you can select any point here. I don't know. Next point B lies somewhere here or here. There are two possibilities. We don't know the length. If you know the length, you can measure it, but it is unknown. Length may be negative or positive. If it is negative, it will be in this direction. If it is positive, it is in this direction. We don't know where exactly the point lies. Let us assume this is the point. Let us assume this is the point. So if this is the point, now at this point you're gonna draw, let us consider this is P. You will draw a line, reference line. On this line, you're gonna measure 250 because theta A is 250. To measure 250, 270, it is somewhere here. This is 270, but 250 will be somewhere here. Right? So if you draw a line 250 at an angle of 250, the line will be like this. Is this line meeting the starting point? Starting point is O, because you need to make a complete closed polygon for the complete balancing. If the system is balancing, means this point has to reach this O. Is it possible to reach this O? If you do like this, because the angle is 250, if you take 250, it will be in this direction. So it will not meet this point. That's why you need to mark a point somewhere here where if you draw a line, it has to intersect this. Okay. So that is the condition. Now, This is, if this is 250, now what will be this angle? This is, if this is 250, now what will be this angle? 250, and it is 70, right? This angle will be 70. Okay, so because this angle is 20, this is 90. If this is 20, automatically this will be 70. This angle will be 70. You know this angle, it is 70. So take this 70 because this point has to reach this point. Oh, so that's why you take a 70-degree here. I'm going to draw this 70-degree from this point. 70-degree somewhere here. 70-degree line. This is 70. You measure the angle 70-degree. We'll get a point. It'll get an intersection point here. This point is exactly B. So that's why we'll get an angle. Just draw a reference line like this. So this is what exactly? The unknown mass. Dotted line. And this is theta. Theta. So what is the unknown mass here? It is, this is 2.8y. This is last mass. Sorry, last one. This is 1.75x. 1. This is 1.75x. This is 2.8y because this is also unknown. We have taken randomly. We don't know the exact length, right? So this is 2.5. Now the calculation. This is theta A is 210. If you measure the angle, not 210, that is 250. If you measure the angle, you'll get 250 only. Because we have taken 250 here, we have taken 70 here, 70 because it is 70. This angle is 70. So with respect to 250 degree, if you measure the angle, it will be 250 only always. Now we need to measure the length 2.8y. Okay. From couple polygon, you need to measure the angle, length 2.8y. 2.8y is equal to length of AB into scale. So length of AB, we are getting length of AB okay. Length of AB we are getting 1.5 centimeter into scale is 1 by 2 because it is doubled. So y is equal, therefore y is equal to, we are getting 0.2678 meter. That is the first question. Next, we need to find out x also. X here minus 1.75 x is equal to length of OB into scale is equal to length of OB we are getting approximately 4 centimeter into scale is 1 by 2. So therefore x is equal to, we are getting minus 1.1428 meter. What it indicates? Negative sign indicates it is in the left side. X is in the left side. Negative. X is in the left side. That's why it indicates it is in the negative direction, minus 1.428 meter. Thank you.